Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of Adventures of Tinderella. I'm Wildfire.
And this is Super Cat. We initially started out as a podcast, however, because of the fact that we are technologically challenged, we were unable to figure out over the course of 3 months how to get it so that people... How to just get it up on iTunes. That was just impossible. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. That was such a nightmare. So now we have officially become a tube cast.
Absolutely.
Well, so welcome.
Welcome.
All right.
So like the other podcasts, like the other ones that you guys are listening to, we are about kind of the dating world. We're going to give you some of our stories. I think today that we want to kind of talk about love being like a drug addiction.
Oh yeah, totally. And like bad breakups and how that all relates.
Yeah,
totally. This is gonna be good.
Tell me about one of your bad breakups.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so I had this guy and we were dating for a while.
How long is a while?
Like 2.5 years.
Okay.
We were like dating for a while. So anyway, guy had a drug issue, which I didn't know about, right, when I started dating him. And I found out 3 months later, but he had stopped. But It was really, really serious. He OD'd a couple of times, like it was bad. Anyway, 2.5 years later, he goes away with his boys and then whatever, disappears for like a day and a half after he tells me he's going to call me back in 5 minutes. So he told me he was going away to Montreal and he said, I'll call you as soon as I get there. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you don't have to do that. Just go have fun and then we'll talk when you get back. It was like 2 days.
Right.
Like, just go have fun.
Right.
So he calls me when he's there. Don't worry, I'm going to call you back in 5 minutes. There's like a bunch of girls laughing in the background. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't even know why he called. Nothing for like a day and a half. Anyway, I'm like, this guy is something is totally up. And I said, he totally did drugs. He went on a binge and whatever. Anyway, long story short, break up with the guy. We are going back and forth for the next, 2 years.
Oh, shit.
This was, to get over this guy was like, it was like a heroin addiction.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it was like I needed to get my fix. So I had to, so I'd say, no, I'm done. Okay, but wait, I feel bad, this, whatever. No, I should text him and say, oh, but I love you and I miss you and I love you and I miss you. No, they're bad for you.
Right.
No, they're bad for you. And he was terrible for me. And then he would do the same thing. We would go back and forth 2 years. Oh my God, finally, till the end of it, it was like, they should totally have love rehab. They really should. They should have
they'd be over capacity at that point.
100%. They would be so busy. Holy shit. But honestly, that was the worst one. That was probably one of the worst breakups that I've had. I've had one worse, but I don't really want to talk about that one right now. You know what I mean? Whatever.
There's always that one that's the worst.
There's always that one. He was the second worst. He took the cake until this next guy came, but I'm not ready to talk about that. Right. It's still not funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still not funny.
It kind of is, but
yeah.
Still not funny just yet.
I remember, my ex-boyfriend, we were together for maybe 4 years.
Yeah.
From the moment I met him, I knew he was bad news.
Yeah.
We met online, which, is very fitting. We met online, and when I went to meet him, and he came out, he had, these baggy clothes, and I was just like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? Anyway, I don't know how or why, but we ended up together for about 4 years.
Yeah.
The first 6 months of the relationship, it was always, why are you still on this site? Why are you talking to these women? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And I'd always be like, you know what? This is done. I can't do this with you anymore. I need to know what's up.
Yeah. For sure.
But again, it was I needed to see him. I needed to talk to him. I needed to be around him because I was addicted. And
you were addicted. Again,
I don't know why, because this guy was a complete douche by the end of it. Well, through the whole thing.
Why do people do heroin? Same thing.
Exactly. So,
comparing ex-boyfriends to heroin. That's amazing. Okay, go. Sorry.
That's okay. So, yeah, 4 years, we lived together and everything. I ended things.
Yeah.
I ended things after I pretty much fixed him.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't deal with it anymore. I know, it sounds bad. I fixed him, but then I broke up with him. I know it's, a typical thing, but I just couldn't anymore.
For sure. Well, you don't want to have to fix somebody.
No.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Absolutely.
Like, you kind of just want to be with somebody that just doesn't need fixing. You just wants to be with somebody just because...
You want to be.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, you just want to, like, be with the person. You don't want to have to worry about their business or anything. You just want to, like, be with the person, have fun, chill. That's it.
And not have to worry about, well, like, what are you wearing? Or, like, why are you talking like that? Like, what... It's just...
Yeah, you just want a guy that's got his shit together.
Correct.
Yes.
So I ended things, and then he kept messaging me every day. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And I'm like, I can't anymore. Like, do you not see the way it's been for the last 4 years? Like, you were out of a job. I was paying all the bills. Like, it was just, and he owed me so much money. It was just one of those things that it's like, he drained me financially and emotionally. Like, I couldn't. So for the first, like, month and a half, it was every day. It was like, why are you doing this? I need you back. I want you back. This and that. And I'm like, no. Then, obviously, once he starts dating somebody else, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was still messaging me here and there, but then once he started messaging me, like, when he messaged me after I found out he was with a girl. So, let me just add, the girl looked almost exactly like me.
Oh, that is so creepy.
But, like, he downgraded.
Oh, no. That's so creepy, eh?
Right?
Yeah, like, when guys date, like, you know...
Yeah.
People that, like... Yeah, anyway, okay, go.
Anyway.
Yeah, let's just move on.
So, like, I don't know what got into me, but I was like, well, like, now that he has another girlfriend, now that he's dating someone, I'm like, I want him back.
Yeah.
Which... Anyway,
always happens.
Always.
Yeah.
So anyway,
always,
so one day,
especially
I guess,
at that time,
he messaged me with his same bullshit, even though he was dating someone. And I was like, all right, well, this is the perfect time to be like, so by the way, I still love you.
Yeah.
And let's get back together.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those things where he was like...
a relapse. That was a full relapse.
Like,
yeah,
like
100%.
Not even like, I didn't even transition into the relapse. No, it just fucking happened.
Yeah. It's like you jumped into a pile of cocaine and you just had to do it because you were like in it. Anyway, you know what I mean?
I fully like Al Pacino'd that coke pile.
100%. It's crazy.
Anyway, so, but he's like, no, like, you know, it's been a long time. Like, I'm with somebody now. And it got so bad to the point where I was like, I don't give a shit if you're with somebody. Like, I'm the only one you should be with. Like, all this crazy ass shit that was coming out of my freaking mouth. And then, like, after maybe, like, a year of going through this, even my mom was like, you need to come sit down here for a moment. I need to talk to you. And I'm like 27.
Oh my gosh.
So she's like, flat out, are you stupid?
You know what? Sometimes you need somebody to do that.
Yeah, and who better than your mom?
Yeah, like just somebody to say, like, can you wake the fuck up? Wake up!
Yeah.
Just take a step back and look at what's going on. I completely relate to your position.
Yeah.
Okay, go. On multiple occasions. Okay, go.
So she's like, are you stupid? I'm like, no, why? She's like, you broke up with him almost a year ago, if not more than that. Mm-hmm. Why are you still chasing him? Mm-hmm. He pretty much made your life miserable for 4 years. Mm-hmm. What are you going back to? Mm-hmm. And the only thing I can answer was, I don't know.
Exactly.
When you ask a coke,
excuse me,
a coke sniffer, why do you do that? Well, it either makes me feel good or I don't know.
Right. I don't know.
It's like, there. Yeah.
Well, like, that's, okay. So, which leads me to the next thing. Sorry, guys. I'm like, you don't even know right now what's going on. I don't even want to talk about it. You may have even heard me whisper that.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to edit
whatever. Who cares? So anyway, so we're sitting. So the thing that I don't get is the whole, like, let's be friends when you break up with someone. Ugh. Can I tell you what that is? It's like saying, you know what? I'm going to stop drinking, except I'm going to have a drink once every 2 days.
Yeah.
You don't think that at some point you're going to go and you're going to, like, buy a bottle of wine and like indulge in that bottle of wine
and just finish it.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? There's no fucking way. And you know what? And I'm okay. Now, if let's say the circumstances, okay, were like shitty on both ends, like and it was just kind of like a have to breakup. It wasn't like you're an asshole. It was just kind of like a have to breakup because circumstances, whatever. Fine. But let me tell you something. Like, I made an exception once on that. Dude, let me tell you something. If I love the guy,
God,
he's got to love me back for me to be friends with him. And here's the reason why, because he's got to be suffering too. I'm not going to fucking sit there and be friends with the dude when he doesn't have the same feeling towards me.
No.
That means he's got to one up on me. I'm sorry. I'm all about level playing field. No, you're suffering. You got to be suffering the same amount as me.
But the thing is, it's like, if that's what's happening, like if that's the way of your thinking, or like whoever's thinking of, well, if I'm suffering, he needs to... What the fuck is the point of even being friends?
Well, that's the thing. So it really just all depends, right? Sometimes you don't, like, just because of circumstances, like, this was my excuse, right? This was like my part of my addiction.
Okay.
All right? Part of my love addiction.
Yeah.
Right? And so basically I was like, well, you know, fine. Like, I don't want to lose him completely, and I'd love to at least have him as a friend. That would be cool, right? And so when that happened, like, I'm just like sitting there like, okay, it's hurting me, but like at least I know that I'm like talking to him, like whatever.
Right.
But then I'm just like, does he care? Does he not care? Like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm sitting here, I'm driving myself insane, okay? Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, no, because I'm trying to move on at the same time, trying to date, whatever, but then at the same time, it's still got this guy, right, lingering. Right. How the fuck do you want me to move on? But when you're in my fucking life.
But that's the whole thing.
And that's the thing. You just got to fucking cut it. And if you want to be, if it's meant to be that you're going to be friends, your paths will cross at a point where when you meet, the intention is to be friends. But when you meet somebody on the intention of something else, you can't dive right in from like a breakup or a relationship into a friendship.
Absolutely.
You lose your fucking mind. No.
But that's the whole thing. Like, again, you have to put it in your mind that if you're going to end it,
gotta end it.
Just end it. There's no friends. There's no going back on your word. Yes, it's very hard to, like, especially a long-term relationship. Like, it's very hard to be like, okay, that's it. I'm not going to talk to him anymore. Yeah. I'm not going to talk to her anymore. It's done. It's just cut. It doesn't happen that way. But if you are going to be, quote unquote, addicted to what's just happened or this person, even though you've broken up, you have to definitely put it in your head from day one that you're not going to be friends. Exactly. That it's just done. Do you know what I did? Oh my God. So with this guy that was like a little bit worse, right, than the guy that I talked about. Do you know what I did to make myself stop messaging him? Guys, don't laugh, okay? I swear to God, this is what I had to do. I love how you looked at the phone when you said that.
I know, because I'm just like, shit, these people are going to judge me, but whatever. Look, we're chicks. Look, I've got emotions, and I'm just being real and raw about how it fucking feels. I wrote a list. Every time I went to pick up my phone to say, maybe I should message him to say, hey, how's it going? I made a list of all the reasons why I shouldn't text him. Oh my gosh. And every time I go back, I look at that, I read those notes. I'm like, oh, fucking piece of shit. There's no fucking way you're getting a fucking text from me. No way.
Yeah, I mean.
No way.
You know,
no way.
At the end of the day, when we do that, it's like slow torture.
It's like, slow torture.
Like it's as if you've been bound and tied, and somebody just said, well, you're going to lay here for the rest of your life, and I'm just going to drop drops of water on your forehead until you fucking start going crazy.
Exactly.
And then once you start to go crazy, that's what'll make things a little interesting.
Exactly.
It's like,
and every time you go back, or look, guys, this is super important. Super important. You break up the first time, let me tell you something. Even if you guys are friends or whatever, you're going to have the fights because the feelings are going to get in the way. always does. There's no way of avoiding it. When you're in love, the feelings are going to complicate shit. So every time you're going to feel like more and more shit. If you love yourselves, don't do that. Think about yourself. That other person is thinking about them. They are all about them. Do you. Yep. Do you. And always make sure that you love yourself enough to say, this is my limit.
Yep.
And that's that.
Pretty much.
But let me tell you something. It's a lot easier to say than to do.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I am going to tell you right now, I am not perfect. I did not master that. And I still make mistakes all the time.
We're good. And we're going to keep making mistakes because...
For sure. It's a learning
even though
process.
most men are like somewhat cut from the same cloth.
And guys, please understand that we're not trying to be man bashing. It's just that we're women and we date men.
Exactly.
So we don't really have
talk
female
from our perspective.
Experience. Exactly. We can only talk about it from our perspective. But if you guys have stories, I know that there are some wicked ass horror stories out there from the guy's perspective. We would love to hear them.
Yeah.
Tinderella1980@gmail.com. Just saying.
Can I just tell you guys that like we had to practice that email a couple times just to make sure we weren't saying Hotmail.
I did say Hotmail, right? I said Gmail?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It worked this time. All right.
And that being said, so we're going to try and keep these kind of short just to kind of make it interesting. But...
Do you want to play this video?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a video from this guy.
From your phone.
From his name. No.
Okay.
Yeah. So his name is Chris Perry.
Yeah.
Okay. If I could just take a moment as a woman... A lot of you may have seen him already online.
Chris
a lot
Perry.
of you may have already seen his videos. But if I can just take a moment and say that he's probably the most beautiful man I have ever looked at in my life.
Aside from that, he is like, could you imagine if they cloned him?
Oh my God. This man knows women so well and knows how to treat... Well, I can't say he does, but the videos he posts, it's like... Every man should learn from him.
It sounds like he is a really good man.
Oh,
and
for sure.
Whatever. But
so we're gonna play a clip of his video, and we're gonna end the recording on that. If you guys, again, the email is tinderella1980@gmail.com.
Gmail.
Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what kind of videos you guys want us to post in terms of like, motivational stuff or like anything like that. But let us know what you think of this video. We are going to play him again a few times because he has so many great things to say.
Yeah.
But we hope you enjoy. So have a good night. This is Wildfire.
And this is Super Cat signing off.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
The reason a good woman always gets hurt is because she gives her loyalty to a man who never proved that he deserved it. See, when you're dealing with a genuine woman, she expects you to return the same type of love that she's given to you. Because that's all she knows. And when she enters into a relationship, it's with good intentions. Her love and loyalty to her man is endless. She doesn't think about the ulterior motives and negative intentions her partner might have because in her mind, she would never do that. So she makes herself more vulnerable by putting her heart on the line and giving the man all that she has to offer. And unfortunately, not all men have the right mindset, so she's more likely to get hurt. And when she does get hurt, it cuts deep. Because she doesn't give just any man a chance. And when she does decide to give a man a shot, she's not looking for some temporary shit. So she gets discouraged when she finds out you were never really in it for the long run. And with that being said, I'm going to say this to all good women. Guard your heart and be careful who you let in. Understand your value and understand that not everybody has a good heart like you. And you should protect it, so that nobody can use it and abuse it. Real talk.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my head.